So you guys tend to like these travel bag videos, so today I'm going to show you what I would pack if I was going to a hot and dry climate. And I'm going to kind of make this a series, so I'll do like hot and humid, and then I'll do like dry, cold, and you get the picture. So this is for places like Arizona, Sedona, Palm Springs, more of like a desert kind of environment, just anywhere that it's very hot and very dry. I'm Karina. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're into simple, natural, wearable makeup looks, then definitely check out the rest of my content. So when I travel, I try to keep my makeup bag as minimal as I can. So it's not like super duper minimal, like there's gonna be more than 4 products in here kind of thing, but I definitely don't like to overpack and bring a ton of makeup with me. I just like to simplify everything. So everything that I recommend will fit in this small little makeup pouch. Throughout this video, I will be applying all of the products so that you can kind of see how they look on my skin. And this is my final look. It's very, very natural, very simple, quick. So when we're talking about both hot and dry, it's a little bit tricky because it's really dry. You want to keep your skin super hydrated and moisturized. You want to be drinking lots of water and things like that. But because it's so hot, you also may tend to sweat, which may make your makeup melt off. So it's kind of like this fine line between keeping everything really hydrated, but not adding too thick of creams and too like greasy, kind of oily looking products, because you might also sweat and you don't want everything melting off your face either. I'm not going to talk a ton about skincare. We're mostly just going to go through all of the makeup items, but for skincare, for sure, of course, you need to bring a sunscreen. I really like this Bano Bagi. I'm totally butchering the name, but it's a Korean sunscreen. I talked about it in one of my other videos, and it's just a very lightweight, natural finish sunscreen, so it's not greasy at all. It just absorbs into your skin like a moisturizer would. So that's SPF 50 for sure. I'm going to be bringing that. And then for my moisturizers, I suggest just choosing products that are very hydrating but very thin in consistency, so nothing like heavy. Maybe something like the Tatcha water cream, something like that. It gives you tons of hydration, but it's not heavy on your skin. And for sure just a hyaluronic acid, so that when your skin's a little bit damp, you can throw this on, it'll suck that moisture up into your face, and then you can lock it in with a moisturizer, and that way you're just keeping your skin nice and hydrated for that desert heat. And then I always bring a balm. This is just Aquaphor. You could bring like a Vaseline or any hydrating lip balm you have. So those products are all musts for me. So let's talk about foundation first. You could choose a foundation that has an SPF in it, but personally I think it's better to just choose a really good quality sunscreen that you're really dousing on your skin before you even go in with your foundation. I really highly suggest MAC Face and Body. Out of any product I've tried, any tinted moisturizer or natural looking foundations, skin tints and things like that, there's just no product on the market that competes with this MAC Face and Body. It's a product that's been around forever, but it's one of the most popular foundations to have ever existed. There's nothing that is going to make your skin look as much like skin as this stuff. It provides a little bit of coverage, not too much. It just really evens out your skin and makes your skin look like hydrated and healthy. It's a lightweight formula too, so it's going to be very comfortable. It lasts for a really long time. It's waterproof, so you can jump in the pool. It just won't melt off your face throughout the day. Now, the other thing I like about this is you can actually like reapply your sunscreen on top of it. With most makeup products, if you do want to do like a full skin look, you can't really just, because when you're in a desert heat or you're at the pool or whatever, you want to be applying your sunscreen every couple hours, right? So you have a couple options. You can not wear foundation at all, maybe just use a little bit of concealer around, you know, your nose, eyes, under eyes, and some blemishes, and then just reapply your foundation or your sunscreen throughout the day. Or if you do want a little bit more coverage, then you can use the MAC Face and Body very conservatively and then just apply this on top. Just kind of like lightly reapply it, kind of like tap it into your skin, and your skin will look just as good as when you first put that foundation on. But yeah, if I was going to Palm Springs or something, no question, this is what I would be bringing. So same kind of like concept goes with concealer. Just choose something that is thin. Like I would never bring Tarte Shape Tape or something with me because it's such a heavy formula. Yes, it gives you a ton of coverage, but when I'm out in the sun and I've kind of got a tan and glow going on, I'm really not looking for a ton of coverage. I just want to feel pulled together and like really evened out, and I want everything to be really quick. So this MAC 24-Hour Studio Fix Smooth Wear Concealer is my favorite option, especially if you're going to be out all day in the sun because it is super long lasting and it's very thin. It's just a really nice product to bring. So big MAC fan for the skin products in this video. Now for my blush product, I will choose a cream product to bring. I've got this travel sized Milk Makeup blush. I find the cream blushes the easiest product to use. You can really just put them on super quickly. Like I'm basically just slapping this onto my face, quickly rubbing it in. And then you can also use this on your lips, and I put this on my eyes as my eyeshadow or like eye makeup as well. So it's just a very versatile product, and it just looks dewy and hydrating and summery. It gives you hydration. Typically it'll stay in place. If you put sunscreen on top of your face, you might have to reapply that if you care to. It's just like a simple, easy product to apply. It's small, it fits in the bag, and you're done. Now I wouldn't skip on powder, so I put all of those products on and then go in and powder my face. This is just like the Charlotte Tilbury powder, but because it's small and compact, that's what I would bring. I tend to just bring compact powders for when I'm traveling because they're less messy and they tend to be smaller in size and things. So it doesn't really matter what powder you want to bring, but I think it's important to have something because you know you're going to be hot and typically sweating in the heat and things. So locking those products in with a light powder is the way to go. And then for my bronzer, I did not choose a cream bronzer because I didn't want my full face to be cream because, like I said, if I am out and I'm hot and I'm sweating, you know, I want a few powder products in there so that things stay in place a little bit better. This one is the Makeup Forever bronzer, the Pro Fusion. I really like this one because it won't break. Like if I drop this, it's super durable, so great for travel. It's really small. It's not completely matte, but it's not like a shiny. It's kind of like a satin finish. Just a really easy, nice bronzer to have. And then you'll notice that I'm just using the same brush for my powder and my bronzer. You can just get away with bringing one brush. You just need to wipe it off on a paper towel in between and you're good to go. Now, depending on your skin type, after you go in with that sunscreen and before your foundation, you can use a primer. For me, it's kind of just like an extra product to bring that I don't really feel like I need. But if you have more oily skin and you feel like things will slip off easily on you, then I think the Milk Hydro Grip Primer is popular for a good reason. It'll give you that hydration, which we want because it is that dry heat, but it gives you the grip to make your products last when you're out in the sun and sweating. For my eye makeup, as you can see, I keep it very simple. I just throw that blush on my eyelids, and then I do suggest going in with a waterproof mascara just because you are in that heat. So if you are sweating and it's hot, the mascara is not gonna like smudge all over or melt off your face. Now this is just a very good daytime makeup look, especially if you're out and about doing excursions, doing some hiking, anything like that. This is a great makeup kit to have. If you are planning to go out and you want to look nice for dinners and things, then you can add an eyeshadow palette and a couple extra brushes. But for me, honestly, this is really what I would bring for travel. I don't really like to fuss around with like extravagant eye looks and things. So waterproof mascara is a good option. And then for eyebrows, again, I keep it super simple. I do have my eyebrows microbladed already, so for me it's just about a brow gel, but the brow gel has to be super strong hold because you are in that heat and you really want everything to stay in place. So the Anastasia Brow Freeze is the best one that I've tried on the market. I would just bring this little brow spoolie and brush my hairs up, and that's totally it. That's all I would do. When it comes to lips, all I would bring for daytime makeup looks are, I would bring a liner, just like a very natural looking liner, just to keep everything in place because it is so hot outside. And I always like to just kind of add a little bit of fullness in the center of my lips. So I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil. And again, because it's that 24/7, it's a super long lasting lip product. For me, I would just suggest balms because you want to keep everything moisturized. If you're in the desert, you're going to notice that your lips are starting to get really dry. So it might be hard to bring like matte lipsticks and things like that. I just use nice tinted balms that give me a little bit of color and a lot of hydration, or any kind of gloss that you really like the Fenty Beauty gloss, or I've got this lip gloss or lip oil by Morphe. So just things that'll keep you nice and hydrated but still give you that kind of like summery color, juicy kind of look. Now because it is like a hot summer kind of environment, I always like to wear a very bright lipstick, especially if I'm going out for dinner or something like that. But I know when I'm in the desert, my lips will be pretty dry and cracked, even if I do drink lots of water and try to like use balms. So I would choose to bring something like this. This is the MAC Red. It's a lipstick, nice and bright, but it's a satin. So actually this one feels even maybe a little bit more balmy than a satin would. But just choose something that's maybe not super matte, something that's a little bit more creamy, so that when you want to wear that bright and bold color, it'll still be hydrating and won't show all the cracks if your lips are dry. The last thing I would throw in my bag is some blotting papers. These are just really cheap from Amazon, but they're really, really good for absorbing any extra grease or oil you have on your face without disrupting the rest of your makeup. They're so easy to use. You just kind of like push it over your skin and blot the oil away from your face, and it'll just completely take that shine away. So believe it or not, all of those products I mentioned do fit into this small kind of travel sized case. So it's easy to throw in your suitcase and to take everything with you. Hopefully some of those tips were helpful, and just kind of thinking about what kinds or types of products to bring with you if you are going to like a hot, dry environment. Even if you don't have these exact makeup products, I don't think you need to go out and purchase everything that I just mentioned, but at least you can kind of think about the types of formulas you want, and just by kind of telling you how I would apply makeup in a dry, hot climate, maybe that can help you kind of select from the products that you do have, or maybe you can grab a couple things just to add to your collection. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. If you like that video and you want me to do more, then I would be happy to do that. I like making the travel makeup bag videos, so just let me know, and subscribe to my channel if you are into these style of makeup videos. Most of my emphasis on my channel is just kind of natural and simple wearable makeup, so I'd love to have you if you're into that style of makeup. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.